And hello everyone, welcome to today's Sunday stream. This is PH Gaming, my name is Peter and welcome. So, by request, today's episode will be on space stations. More specifically for today, low kerbin orbit space stations. So something along the lines of the International Space Station, which is in low Earth orbit. So, and just grab a swig of drink and we'll get going. So please do let me know what the sound levels are like. I've been playing around with them a little bit. I think they're back to the original settings, but you never know. So what we're going to do first is build a core stage, core section, shall we say, for this, which will have the 4-way nodes for our first bit. So it's going to be 2.5 meters. Let's just make a space station out of BFRs, shall we? And then, right, first things first, we will want some electrical. And then some command and control. We can have one of these as well. Actually, then go. One there and one here. So I've also got some really cool looking solar panels that we might be able to use for this. So for instance, this one, if we extend this, it's a bit nicer than say that, I think. Or we could use, is it this one? This one is a beast, if I remember right. I think that's a bit big. I think we'll go with those ones. Hi Peter, welcome, thank you for joining. I believe the stream is about 13 seconds behind, so you'll get this shortly. Thanks for making it. I know you said that you might struggle, so I do appreciate it. So yeah, thank you very much. Big thanks for the picture you sent me the other day, the Russian styled flag with my name in Cyrillic. Again, much appreciated. And yeah, it was actually your request that we're doing today, so let's have a look. So where are we? We want one that looks like the upside down tea tray, and then one of these. Now I'm just trying to think what we're doing here. Well done. Oh well. There. And there. Oh, and we're going to want one here as well, aren't we? So I'm going to be using these for our putting together of stuff. I think it creates a bit better bond. That might just be me talking out of my back end, shall we say? But you know, no, I could be right. So that's our center node. We're going to want one of these, aren't we? So I'm planning to try and do this in a similar style to the International Space Station anyway. Sorry, just finishing up my chai tea. And yeah. So, that's going to be the first part, I believe. I'm going to put Campotron on the bottom here as well. And fuel tanks will want some LCS, so they can go in like so, but like that, and then get them inside so we can't see them. Oh, cool. You'll have to send me some pictures of what yours is going to look like. I'd love to see your progress on that. It's always great to see what other people can do as well. For one reason, I'm not going to steal your ideas, but it might inspire me to do something differently. Also, it's great to see. You know, I love to see when other people's take on the same thing. So like to see, obviously, don't get me wrong, you never know if what my way of doing something influences someone else, and I also like to see stuff like that because, you know, it kind of means I'm doing something right, but I'm not saying I am. Right, so that's our first section, I think. So cool, so you're going to be using an R7 style. Okay, well that's great, because if you've got making history, that will make that a lot easier. Obviously you can also try and do it yourself. I always wanted to see if there's potential to do a proton style, so maybe when we do the Russian style video that I was thinking of doing after our conversation the other day, Peter, that I might try and do a proton, maybe, or something alike. Oh, it's a little bit too tight. Cool, so that will be our first part, I think. So I have got an idea in mind. What way that takes, I'm not certain yet, but we'll get to it. Yeah. Right, okay. So that is going to be our first part. Okay. Now we need to get that into orbit. So we need some 2.5 meter stuff, which is down here, and I might add one of these on the bottom as well. Just go full orange. Do I just put that on the bottom? Yeah, that's fine. Although I think that is a bit on the large side, if I'm honest. Right, okay. So yeah, that'll do. Or do I go for something a bit smaller? I think I will. Yeah, I like that. So I want to get this into a orbit of about 200 meters, 200 kilometers, I think. So obviously when the International Space Station was built, it used so the Russian modules were primarily, I believe, launched on, I know at least the Zvezda was, I believe, was launched on a Proton, and the obviously the American stuff was all launched on a no, so autostrut. So to get autostrut, and also fuel flow priority, you need to go into the settings of Kerbal Space Program, and there is a setting in there called Advanced Tweakables, and I believe that is the one that allows that. Yeah, that is called Advanced Tweakables, and that is in that setting. So I think I'm going to go with something like this. I believe that should get me off the ground. Just check my staging. I'm going to put them together. Boom. And boom. Awesome. Let's see if that's enough. Really helpful, by the way. Auto strutting. Especially when it builds bigger stuff. Right, let's go. So I'm going to use MechJeb because I'm lazy, and 200 is where I want it to be. And then we're going to... See, I could have done with auto strut there. Oh well, next part. Oh, I put a little bit on the top. I just want my Delta V stats. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right, so I'm going to auto-strut those, and I'm also going to tweak my vector engine. I believe it's a bit too much. Gimbal limit, I'm going to limit that to 50 because I know that engine has a lot of gimbling. And if that fails, I'm then going to try gimbal locking. See if that helps. So I do have. Hello, welcome Nebel Noob 2122. I believe that's how you pronounce it. So I'm building a space station in Kerbin orbit, about a orbit of 200 kilometers. Thanks for joining, by the way. Welcome. So for any of you guys that don't know, I started a new series on a new game last night, and that was a Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy series. And yeah, if you're interested in that, go check it out. So we are just got our detachment of our side boosters. We're plenty good on TWR and surface level tension and all of that, and we are literally just waiting for our rocket to come up to where we need it. So our apparatus is currently 46 kilometers, and we need to get that up to about 200, which is where I want the orbit to be. I think that's where I want it. So we are now going to be, we have enough delta V now to leave the atmosphere. We are about, our abscess is now above 70. So yeah, I've only just mastered docking in, I believe it was last week's stream. I've been playing Kerbal Space Program for quite a few years now, and yeah, I still struggle. Actually only got that the other day. In all honesty even, I use MechJeb 90% of the time, and it's only recently that I've been trying not to. So MechJeb is a great little mod, not officially compatible with this version. I'm going to do Odyssey at a later date. I think once I've done Crash Bandicoot, then I'll do Odyssey. But going back to what I was just saying, yeah, I use MechJeb to do docking. Great little docking autopilot, rendezvous autopilot in there. Not officially compatible with this version of Kerbal Space Program, but I actually installed it before I updated, and it still works. And I installed it via CCAN, so that might be worth looking at. The biggest help that I had for docking was actually putting the game into docking mode down here. I found that so much easier. I never thought to do that before. I don't know why, but yeah. So yeah, anyway, that's what I've been doing for the last God knows how long. We have lights so we can actually see where we are now. It is dark. Yeah, so in regards to Assassin's Creed, Peter, I will probably do Odyssey, which is a new one. I don't actually have Origins. I think I have Assassin's Creed 3 maybe, and Black Flag. 3, to be honest, has been my favourite up to date, but obviously that's only between those two. But yeah, Odyssey will probably be the one I do as a series. But I want to obviously get Crash Bandicoot out of the way first, which, to be honest, I don't think will take that long. In last night's episode, I actually did a whole island in the first game, so yeah, that was quite easy. Cool. Ah, cool. Right, so. Really? Let me see what it says here. Bear with me. That's really weird because it might be the audio bitrate. Sorry, my video bitrate is like 3,700, 3,500, 3,700 KB. My audio bitrate is apparently a little bit low. So yeah, when I wanted to do the Korolev cross, I used to use Separatron motors, and I'd put them, well, with camera here. So at the top, I would embed Separatron motors into the side booster. So you'd have it at the top pointing that way, and then as you staged, the side boosters would then that might be a way to do it. Let me just have a quick look as we've done this first part, and it's in orbit. Let me just have a look at my settings for audio. Yeah, I can't actually turn my audio. Yeah, yeah, I'm not really sure how. The only other thing is, you might want to try, I used to use, I don't know if you've used any radial decouplers, which is something that I always did as well. So yeah, I don't know what the issue is with my stream. My KB looks right. It says I've got 0 drop frames and I've got 38 frames per second, and I'm using less than 5% of my CPU. So I don't really know what that is. It might be the game. I've only got quite a low quality graphics card at the moment. So right, so there's our first bit. Unfortunately, I don't think we've got any control here. So I know what I've just done. Right, so I'm going to do one thing, and that is that. Alright, and that's just going to give me some control. Once we're done, I'm just going to gimbal limit this even more. So I knocked up a bit then. So let's just improve this whilst we're here. Yeah, that'll do. But yeah, MechJeb's really great. Loads and loads of features in it. My hat's off to whoever made that, because it's just so good. So you've got this Delta V stats page. You've got all of these different bits. Look, these are. Hold on. There we go. Let's move that. So you've got all of these. These are all MechJeb. So you've got loads and loads of stuff in there. Utilities, there's loads in there. So yeah. So I was actually going a bit for, is it the Delta 4 style? With obviously 2 solid rocket boosters on the side, which do kind of make it look like. So yeah, I'm going to use MechJeb again to get me up to my orbit, which is here. This is the bit to set your orbits and obviously ascend up to them, and that will also do everything for me as well. So all I'm going to do now is hit space to stage, and I can leave it to do the rest. I could do this obviously, but I don't need to. But yeah, so yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey would be one to do, and we have complete failure. Right, I know what the issue is now. So I think I've got too much thrust to weight on initial takeoff. So I'm actually going to reduce the thrust limiter on these to about that, I think. Yeah, let's give that a go. Cool. See you soon. So Peter, are you using radial decouplers with your side boosters on your R7? Yeah. And they're still failing. Cool, welcome back, that was quick. So I'm just going to check the football / soccer score. My local city has its oh yeah, so my local city team where I live, they have the local derby today and they won 3-0, so that's good. But yeah, that's all I'm going to mention on that. Right, so what I think the problem was and why my rocket kept wanting to flip over was literally because I had too much thrust all at once. So, which is fine. Just turn it down a bit and let the solid rocket motors burn a bit longer. Don't use Yeah, because I'm sure when astronauts fire up the rockets, say the R7 for instance, the first thing it says is warning, do not use your phone whilst flying. Brilliant. So, just now about to separate. There we go. Second stage is a go. I'm not attempting any recovery because that's gone so well for me so far. This is just do it like they did. Disposable rockets. Yeah, that might help. So we're just looking for the time to apoapsis to increase now, and re-entry time to increase here as well. It's a sign that we've got enough for us to do what we want to do. So we're already an hour in. That has gone so quickly. Oh no, we're not. Sorry, that includes a half an hour countdown. So we're half an hour in now. My mistake. I can't even land the first stage of any rocket yet, let alone land it on a helipad. I did some first stage recovery in the last 2 episodes and I just got so close, like there, and just yeah, too much. I think I had maybe too much thrust or something. So, I think I did try that, but it's got some errors. Yeah, there is some errors with that, with this version. I don't know if it was caused by other mods or with this particular version. Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened there. I installed it, but then it just wouldn't work, so I had to uninstall it again. Oh no, my mug's broken. There's nothing in it. Right, so we're just going to circularise now. Loads of delta V there. Didn't really need that much. Right, so there we have it. Our first piece back in orbit. Just going to burn retrograde now, see what we can do. Just going to take this away. And let this burn itself down. There we go, and that will deorbit. So there we have our first piece, nice and easy. Just going to put that into prograde. There we go. So let's go back and so what feels bad? Not really sure what you mean there. Is it to do with landing it on a helipad or the fact that I can't do it? Right, so literally all we do with this piece is that. Yeah. Actually, we don't even need to do that. We just replace this now. Oh, hold on. There we go. Where are you? Lesby Avenue. There we go. So this will now be our second part. Ah, cool. Did you get it to work in the end with the Koreliev cross, or? I think it's Koreliev. I hope my pronunciation is right. Right. So counterintuitively, I'm going to go 150, so that we then create. Oh, what have we got here? Oh, that's now going to deorbit, isn't it? Right. Oh, minimus debris. God, that's still flying. Right. So. Right. So let's get this up. So the reason I've gone for a smaller orbit is so that we can then rendezvous and do a Hohmann transfer, I believe it's called. So I'm not sure whether to try this see if I can work this transfer out manually, or just let MechJeb do it. A module named Wolf. What, as in 359? What? Really? Do we have too much thrust again? Right. Let's try that. Oh, right, okay. I've not actually named any of them yet, so maybe we could just call it Wolf Station. We'll rename it once it's all together. So let's just see if this one actually ascends okay this time. Oh, cool. So the idea for this at the moment is we're going to build an international space station this week. And then I'm going to try and do the Deep Space Gateway next week. Okay. So we'll do a Deep Space Gateway style thing. And yeah, we'll try that. And we may even try and do 1 week, maybe do a geostationary one. So let me know what you prefer. I'm earing towards Deep Space Gateway with the Cislunar. I think that would be cool. Maybe, oh, there's an idea. What if we did one around the Mun, so do a Cislunar around the Mun, and then another one around Minmus. Oh yeah, so I haven't logged into Steam. Why is it showing me offline? I'm in Steam. Let me have a look. Okay. OBS Studio. Don't know why that's doing that. It's weird. OBS Studio. No, I'm not in Steam. I'm not really sure how I've managed to start Kerbal without Steam being open. So just waiting for that to come up now. Cool, I should be shown as online now. Okay. So yeah, you should be able to send that to me now. Cool. So as you can see, MechJeb is also circularizing my orbit for me as well. Cool, I believe I've just seen it. Ah, so it's like a very early R7 there. Wow, so yeah, that's cool. I like it. So have you used the stock side boosters? That's what it looks like to me. But yeah. Right, okay. So we're now circularized in orbit. That's now descending. How that's still in the orbit, I do not know, because that's from several missions ago. But hopefully it should bring itself down. So let's set this as target. So this is what else MechJeb can do for you, okay? For Nebel Noob even, sorry, is here. And rendezvous autopilot. So I want this to hit the desired final distance as at 100 meters and a maximum phasing orbits of 5. So it will do it within 5 orbits. And there. So what it's now going to do is going to match the planes for me. So I'm going to try and keep this as stock as possible, obviously apart from MechJeb. So there we go, it's worked out my plane matching manoeuvre and completed it for me. Now it will plan a homing transfer for intercept after 3.5 phasing orbits. So it will now orbit to get to our point, which I believe will be in 3.5 maybe. Yep. So just gonna, it auto time accelerates for me. Whilst that does that, I will be back momentarily. Yes, so I will show you that as well. So I'll get it to do the docking for me as well, so you can see exactly what it does. So this is just going to get me close, okay? This is what Rendezvous Autopilot does. It gets me close to enough to use docking autopilot. So there we go. It's getting us close now, and it's also brought our orbit on our apparatus up to the same height, so that by the time we hit that point, it will be within 100 meters in theory, or close enough to make some correction burns. It's very important though for the docking autopilot that you have RCS, because it will not work without it. You need RCS. So there we go. And I'm still not doing anything. This is all being done by the autopilot. And I will show you obviously how to use the autopilot as well for the docking, because again you need to make sure you're controlling it from certain points and have certain points of your vessel targeted as well. So there we go, that is Rendezvous Autopilot having done its thing. So now I'm going to separate and I'm going to click control from here, which is the docking port I want to use. So now I want to set that as my target. I'm going to force it to roll 0 degrees so it's lined up, and hit autopilot enabled. So there we go, it's directed itself in the right way, and I will let it do its thing. And you can set its speed limit, so I'm actually going to set it as 2 so it does it a bit quicker. And as it gets closer, I will obviously reduce that. I'll probably get this down to about 25 or 50. Probably 50. There we go. Bring it down to 1 meters per second. Again, I'm hands off. I've set the docking port as my target and then controlling from this docking port. Obviously if you want to use different docking ports, so say that one, you use that one as your target. Obviously if you want your item that you want to dock turned 90 degrees or 180 or however many degrees, then use this one to do it, to change the force roll. So if I went 90, it would do that. If I did 0, it goes back to there. Again, I'm not really doing anything, I'm just letting this do it. There we go. So there we have it. That is how you dock using MechJeb and Rendezvous and all of that. So now, why do I not have any control? Because I have no electric charge. Right. Okay. So now, nice. Now we have. Why am I getting Windows saying capture what you just did? No, I'm recording. Go away. Please do not say the game has froze. I may have a feeling that Kerbal Space Programmers just froze. Because I'm getting the circular thing and the whole thing's just greyed out. Right, okay. Sorry about that. Back in 1 second. Yeah. Game froze. Just gonna have to restart it quickly now. I love it. So I don't actually have anything set up yet to have an intermission. Sorry about that. Yeah. Come on, game. There we go. So just waiting for the game to reload. And hopefully we haven't just lost that last flight. So yeah, just waiting for this to load. Come on, game. Here we go. Let's see what it's done. Yes, it's still together. So we can actually rename the vessel. It's a station, and then we'll call it Wolf Station. There we go. Now we have our space station, nicely built so far. It's quite alright here. So, station needs to have a name. I didn't have anything better, so you know we might as well call it that, hadn't we? So, and it was your idea as well to have a stream on space stations, so why not? Let's see if this is okay now. Yes. So, just going to terminate that one. Don't like to leave too much. Apparently that's on a suborbital to electric. But, I don't know. What would you like to call it? I'm not very good at naming things all the time, unfortunately. Oh, what was that? There was a mod. There is a mod that you can get, and it will auto-generate names for your vessels. And I cannot remember for the life of me what it's called, because I've not used it in years. So yeah, there is a mod, but I can't remember it. Sorry. Right. So let's start with the next part. So. So this is going to be quite a small part, if I'm honest. Under control, we want one of them. We're going to want a battery, so let's get some electrical going. For now. Cheers. Thank you very much. I assume. Yeah. So, this, we're going to actually send 2 of these up, so I'm hoping to do it in a certain way, although it's not going to be easy. Alright. I'm in an equatorial orbit. It's going to be harder to get from there at the minute. Whereas, where is the desert one? I will have a look at it in a sec. If you can tell me what inclination it's on, that would be great. As I'm trying to obviously get this built first. We need RCS. I'm going to put the RCS over there. That's still sticking out just a touch. There we go. No, don't move them in. Why are you doing that? Is it? Right, okay, we might do that then. Might see. Go away. Right. Here we go. This side. Battery on that side. No, not that one. That one not. There we go. There's that. So, let's see the height of this once it's done. Yeah, I know. I just didn't know what the inclination was, and I didn't want to go for something with too wild. Didn't want it to be like trying to launch from Baikonur, where obviously the International Space Station is on a very, what I would call quite a compromise with its inclination. So they've had to try and make the International Space Station's inclination one where they could launch from both Baikonur and one where they could also launch from Kennedy, Cape Kennedy. So it's a bit compromised, alright. So I'm just thinking here. Yeah, so this is going to be a very unusual part, you may think, but I know what I'm thinking. And that's not what I wanted at all. Is it that one? Yeah, it is, yeah. So the thing with this station design is I'm going for a lot of expandability, okay, and flexibility as well. So if you can see what this is going to be is, so this is going to be attached to the bottom of the center section. It's going to be like a little catwalk, and then we're going to have some more that can come off here. So we could have maybe a docking port or two. So we could have a docking port here, docking port here. Actually, we will do. No, I'm going to do that differently. Okay, they will be done in separate parts. Okay. So this is just a small part that we can use for that. Alright, we're going to have this in 2 stages, okay, because we can. So this is going to be a docking port, actually, with a catwalk. It's going to be a small one. So we're going to have the, no, that one, and there. So, this one, we're going to need to add a little bit of RCS fuel. I know it's not the prettiest of things, but it does what I need. So, RCS on there. RCS on, oh really, okay. So this could be interesting. Right, I have an idea. And I guess I'm going to have to do that there, and then on this end, that one, no, I don't want 4 of those, there we go, and then I'll put, what's this there? Yes, I understand these are probably going to be very overpowered, but there we go. So this is going to be 2 parts. Okay, so this is going to be 1 part, and this is going to be the other part, and they're going to go opposite each other. Okay, right. Need a decoupler. Go. Right, we want that one, and then again, I'm going to go with that look. So I am going to change the look up a bit. Right, okay. No. So I'm trying to think of the best way to change this up a bit, okay? So bear with me. Is that the wrong way? Yeah. I want that one, don't I? Is that the longest of those ones? Must be. Yeah, it don't look quite right, but you know. And then we're going to want, because these don't actually have any gimbal in, all these. Actually, I'm going to put those there. No, not quite. There. There we go. Whoa. That was a bit weird. And then I want one of those on there. Yeah, maybe not. We'll use these for our burner control. Cool. So, we might actually have enough delta V. But I'm not sure about this centre engine having enough thrust. But let's give it a go, shall we? But I'll show you what I've... so this is the way I've been doing an R7 type. Obviously... and ignore this bit and that bit. Alright. That's how mine work. Is yours anything like that, Peter? See, this is where we have problems, because these engines on their own actually do not provide enough. So, but yeah, that's the way I do the R7 style. Alright, I think I'm not going to use that today though, if I'm completely honest. Do that. So, I'm gonna be right back. I need to pop to the loo. I shall be back. Sorry about that. Right, okay. So. Should we go with these ones? No. Too big, too powerful. Actually, I have had an idea. So this is gonna probably irk a few people. My idea. Because I want a Korolev cross. Korolev cross? Korolev. We'll go with Korolev. I'm trying to overcomplicate, I think. I'm going to go for a hybrid. A Russian-American hybrid. Yeah, I don't want to do Boomerang, but I will have a go at this one. So I've built this really high. Right, okay, so we've got our next two parts here. Let's go. Yeah, that'll be cool. I still haven't really worked out the proper way to use the Soyuz style capsules. I've not really had a go with those yet. So, here we go. We're on the desert launch strip. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. See where we are. Oh, so it's not that. Yeah, that's quite a low inclination, isn't it? So I've just set our inclination to 0 like I do normally, and we'll do a plane change manoeuvre. Is that, so the spacecraft you're on about, is that the top part? Or is that what they now call the Soyuz, which was actually the R7 booster, just bigger? Right, so... Oh no, it's night time! We're not going to see our Korolev cross. Do you reckon I should just revert to launch and then wait for it to... Yeah, so... I'm going to revert to launch. I want to see the Korolev cross. And I'm going to speed up time. There we go. We want to launch in the daylight so we can see what we're doing. Yeah, send me a picture of that when you've done it. I'd really like to get a look at that. Because I want to do something like that. You're going to call him Peter? So, let's go and let's see what this does. Don't. That's good. I like that. Not that I've got an ego or anything, you know. So I'm just letting this come up. Never actually flown from this station before, so this should be interesting. Don't forget, guys, if you're on Twitter as well, obviously I know, Peter, you have done that. There is the sort of Korolev cross. Korolev, even. Not sure which is right there. But that was a bit odd. Sorry if next door there's noise as well. They are doing building work. So I'm just going to refresh this page because when you actually sent me that picture just now, it kind of mucked up with my game a bit and mucked up my sound. Don't know what happened, but there we go. Really need to set that to clamshell deploy. I keep forgetting about that. Ooh, tinnitus. Yeah, that looks really cool, by the way, Peter. Sorry, I was just trying to get my game sorted. Don't they tend to have, don't they tend to have fairing? But yeah, it looks cool. I always forget how they do their parachutes on that as well. Although in the early ones they didn't, did they? The guy just jumped out and had a personal parachute. Why is this not auto warping either? Yeah, so we're going to need to do a plane change. Got our geostationary satellites as well. Which is cool. Cool, so it did take us a little bit more fuel to get to where we are, but I think that's because obviously less boosters and all of that sort of thing. So let's set Wolf Station as our target and engage. Can have docking pilot out already as well. So I think you guys are about roughly 10 to 15 seconds behind where obviously I'm playing, so there will be a bit of a delay. Oh, but yeah. So once I've got loads of plans coming up, obviously you can see I'm hoping you see this is improvement, but obviously you've got the countdown timer now for the stream going live. I've been looking into stuff like that. I want to look into overlays and stuff as well, some graphical stuff for videos, to add like intros and that to my videos. The other things that I'm looking into at the moment, oh god, this is weird, is also, I'm just like completely on the wonk. What else am I looking into? So I've been looking at network access storage for archive of footage, maybe building a NAS system with RAID over hard drives in it for future use. Looking into cameras. It really is, isn't it? Yeah, it's really great. Going back to what I was saying though, looking into cameras, so I'm going to be doing stuff with computers. I'm going to be looking at stuff with better quality camera work, maybe some car stuff as well, as I'm a mechanic. I've trained as a mechanic. I'm not actually a mechanic anymore, but I do know my way around cars. New logo in the works, which will be cool. Obviously once that's done, I'll be starting to do more graphical stuff, which I've mentioned. Once I start to get a bit more of a following, obviously the channel is very early at the moment, I'm going to be looking at several different things. So obviously we've got the Twitter page already, nice and easy, go do that. If you want to share pictures with me, not only for this, obviously you can do that through Steam if you're already a friend of mine on there. Also, share your pictures as comment responses in Twitter. You know, don't, obviously if you want to share bits as well, don't forget you can retweet, also follow, get the word out. You know, once we've done that, I've got enough people going, I'm I'm going to see about maybe starting a Discord channel for the Sunday stream. And also, once I've done that as well, I've got a Discord channel. Depending on how much cost is, I might see about setting up a forum as well. So lots of things in the pipeline, but obviously it's all dependent on how things go. Obviously I'm not going to set out the expense if it's just not worth it. So yeah, but yeah, MechJeb, going back to that, is really great. It makes building really cool things so much easier sometimes as well. Don't get me wrong, not all of it works well. I've found your aircraft autopilot doesn't work for me at all. But docking is one of the really good points. It's really helped me to be able to build some really great, some much better things than I would have been previously able to. Yeah. So where are we? Oh. So here we are. Just going to see if we can. Control from here. Decouple node. Control from here. So I cannot see where I'm going. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get these two docked. Okay, and then once they're docked, I can then get into the light and move them around where I want them. Oh no, I want to control from here. But I'm going to have two more of these, because these are going to be my docking ports, okay. But I might have them a bit longer. So the stream is still good. Yeah. So as you can see, can't see anything as to where we are. But we are going to be docking soon. There we go. Control from here. Now I'll try and see what I'm docking with. Because that's the only one that I can actually see. That's the one I'm going to use. Oh. So I'm going to have to revert flight. I made a mistake. Nothing new there, no. So what didn't I put in on this one? You've guessed it. Fuel for us, yes. Cool, let's launch. I wouldn't want him to be stuck in space either. Are you guys both still building your stations? How do I bump in this? Cool. So yeah. Just let me know what they look like. That'd be cool. Got quite a good amount of speed on now. So just letting this go its way now. So I am going to do truss work with solar panels and that shortly. I just want to get the main station itself sort of worked out, so I have an idea of actually where I'm going to put them and how I'm going to lay everything out. Again, this is kind of designed with expandability in mind. That's why there's so many joints and allowances for, yeah, all of that. So this is now just going to do our circularization burn. So yeah. Don't know if you guys use much mods, but check out CKAN, that's CKAN. For me, I found that it's a great source of modding, and it also has inbuilt installer, so you can just click on the ones you want and install them. I also install any mods. So say your mod requires other mods to work, it will make sure they are installed. It will suggest other mods as well. That's where I get most of my mods, if not all of them. Cool. Boom. Right, now we want our rendezvous autopilot, which I've already got, so I need to select a target now, which is going to be Wolf Station, and engage said autopilot. So just letting this do its thing. Oh, the scientist. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure I'm quite the scientist, if I'm honest. More the engineer, if anything, but I appreciate that you put me in the game in the first place, or use my name anyway. So I'm going to cap this stream at 5 o'clock today, which is an hour and 20 minutes away. So it might be that later on I do another stream for the remaining, or maybe hold off until next week to do some more. Obviously, because I've still got to have dinner and I've still got stuff to do at home. So, and I've got a friend of mine that wants to do some bits as well. I think this was regarding PlayStation. He wants to see about doing some sort of link. I don't know really. I'm just guessing. So as you can see, we're just coming round to our thing, our next maneuver node, which will be here, and that will give us 800 meter, between 100 and 200 meter. But yeah, I really need to water my plants. I'm not very good at that. Oh, and the other thing I want to try and do in the future as well, just going back to that, is I want to actually stream. So we do the Sunday streams. I actually want to stream to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So I'm going to be trying to learn how to do that as well. Lots and lots to learn. I've got loads of videos I'm planning to watch to learn more stuff about this sort of thing. I would like to think that if you look at my first videos and the videos now, they're already much improved. Even though I've only really been doing it a month now. Just over a month. I think we went over 28 days during this week. According to YouTube. Anyway. Cool. So we have hit our point. So now we should be able to decouple this node, switch to this one, and then control from here. And then we want to dock with, so I want this one to be here. Set that as the target. Enable autopilot. Don't try and go through other things. Need more electric charge. Come on. Come on, do I need more electricity? Come on, nearly there. There we go. Do that one. That might collide, but I don't think it will. Oh, I got a message. What was the message? That. Oh, what was it? Salute. Was it Salute? The I'm sure the station was called Salute. Yeah, that is very reminiscent of Salute. Looks cool though. Which is quite fitting because you're doing a Russian style launch with Soyuz and R7. So yeah, really good. Cool. Lights off, lights on. There we go. So there's the start of my... Okay. So, plan from here. More bits off here. So I'm going to do another one here, and then trusses, and then I might do some more here as well, and then docking ports. Docking ports will be in there somewhere. Yeah, that'd be cool. So there's that. So let's go back. In terms of what type of power? Electrical? Do you mean? Or so I'm just trying to look something up. So, Skylab. If you want to know about so in terms of the Saturn Apollo missions to the moon, they use fuel cells. But obviously, while you had Salyut for Russia, you also had Skylab for America, which was actually a converted S4B stage from a Saturn V. That used solar panels. But yes, in the Apollo moon missions, they used fuel cells, which is actually one of the things. So it's to do with the fuel cells that, or the oxygen tanks that supplied the fuel cells, and the obviously the life support that had the issue in Apollo 13. But yeah, they used fuel cells on those. Right, so that's this one done. So let's get rid of that. That's fine, that's fine. Get rid of this. So, we want more science. So there's that. Okay. Got fuel tanks in there. That's good. And this is going to be our other end, okay, but I am going to put more sciencey stuff on here. So we want that. And then can't do one of them really. We could do that, I suppose. I'm not sure I like that, but it's quite large, isn't it? Scanning module as well. Just make this look a bit more like it's actually here to do something. Don't think we need that one. Let's go with negative gravioli as well. There we go. No, I still haven't. I actually need to watch quite a few films. I've got loads of films sat on my hard drive. that I'm still yet to watch. Right. That might be an issue. That's fine. Yeah, I've got loads of films I really need to watch, actually. But I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Right, so we need a bit more Delta V. So guess what? These get more tanks. I think we need more Delta V anyway. Probably got enough, to be honest, but hey ho, what can some more hurt, hey? There we go. Yeah, so I've got quite a few films on my PC to watch that I need to get rid of so that I can save and use that space for YouTube videos. I'm not in a position to build a NAS yet, which is not the next thing that I want to do, but I've also already created over 200 gigabytes of videos, not including any live streams. I know I've only got a 1 terabyte hard drive at the moment, so yeah. So from here, I'm just going to move this in slightly, so it actually look like they're connected. Really? Oh, cool. Oh, that's another thing that I want to do. I want to get some music that is license free that I can use in live streams. So I know YouTube does that, but they do provide music that I don't really. I'm going to try and see if I can work out how to add music to my streams first. There's one guy that I want to use that has given permission for anyone to use as long as we credit him. So yeah, I will be using that at some point. Right, let's see what we can do with this bit. Right, so while that's launching itself up, we'll get that sort of going first. Oh, is that? Yeah. Right. Just going to revert this quickly back. I really don't know what's up with me today. It's like I need to go to the toilet every bloody 5 minutes. Right, why did that not do it for all of them? Right, let's try that again, shall we? So yeah, guys, if you want to share pictures, obviously you can do it either through Steam, but it'd be great if you could do it through Twitter at the minute. The reason for that is that it's more communicative. And by that I mean it creates more of a community atmosphere. You're not direct. Obviously, apart from the fact that you're directly talking to me, you're also talking to the rest of the community that I want to try and build. You know. And yes, I do realise that some of these people can be quite what's the easiest way to put it? Acidic. I actually was commenting on a Twitter post from Kerbal Space Program actually, about they'd been sharing some pictures of some upgraded graphics that had done for the Vernier engine, whatever you want to call it, or was it the Puff? It was one of the ones, but it was a monopropellant engine, so it's the Puff. This is not doing what I want it to do. I've turned that up too high. Oh no, maybe no. I stated that obviously he was talking about how the Puff asking about whether or not it uses oxygen or not, and I just said, look, no, it doesn't. It uses cold compressed nitrogen or other gases. And he was like, oh sorry, it must have been really hard to read that. I said, look, sorry, you know, it's fine, don't worry about it, you don't learn if you don't ask. And he said, yes, I'm aware of that, but I don't want to learn from you anyway, which I thought was kind of rude. And don't get me wrong, I'm obviously wanting to do YouTube and all of that. If it hadn't been for the fact of that and trying to portray not a person that isn't me, but I want to be respectful when online, unlike him, I just ignored it and said, you know what, I'll leave it. But yeah, I know people can be acidic, shall we say. So it won't let you launch from, is it that you don't know how to, or can you launch from Boomerang as well? Because there's a little tab underneath the launch button. I'm not sure if you're aware of that or not. Not that I'm trying to teach you anything that you don't know or tell you anything that you don't know, just trying to ascertain your knowledge level when it comes to that. Are you using any map mods at all? This really ain't going well, is it? So, no stock. So are you only able to launch from Kerbal Space Center? I'm not really sure off the top of my head. I tend to like to have a certain amount of delta V to get around the moon. I'll have a look at my once we've done this one, I'll have a look at, obviously, see if what my Minmus launcher has delta V wise, and then you'll be able to see. And that is just about enough for, well, actually the second stage has load. I think he said he's got making history, Peter. It said there he has making history. Maybe it's that he doesn't see the little click down tab for choosing the launch site. How was that for a Koalev cross? Was that any good? I can't see much of it now. Let's see. Cool. So here we have another piece in. That's because you're trying to do it. Trying to do your own thing as well, which is great. I do it all the time. I watched a video last night, and I believe it weren't really relevant for what I'm doing in some way. It was relevant, but it wasn't entirely relevant. I was watching a video about 100 tips for Twitch streaming, which obviously I'm streaming to YouTube, not Twitch, but there obviously are some points in there that are good for me as well. Do you know what? I missed 50% of it because I was playing CSGO at the same time. But yeah, once we've docked this one, we'll go back. I'll have a look at what my the rocket I use for Moon is, and also launch site selection. Just make sure that you have that. So I'm now going to pick my I need to get rid of that. Let's set that as target for now, because we can use that. So actually what we're going to do, tracking station. Not very high, I think I'm Corporal 8, is it? Terminate that one. So, just quickly while we've got that in orbit. So, I'm just going to open the, what do I call it? I think that's Minmus one. So, this is my rocket for the Mun. This is one that I used the other day. So, I had 8 meganewtons of thrust, or 8,000 kilonewtons, and total delta V of 9,204. Hope that helps. Right, for selecting a launch site for Nebel Noob. So if you look, you just hover just under the launch site bit. That's where you select it. I'm not sure if you're aware of that already. You may well be. That might be the issue that you're having. Not certain again. Also, make sure if that isn't the case, if you haven't got that, have a look at Steam and check your installed mods. It might be that it's not installed, even though you have it. It might not be perfectly installed. Right, back to our flight. So yeah, I think I'm Corporal 8 at the minute, or 9. I don't know, 8 I think. Again, not been playing it that long. Okay, so when you launch Kerbal, do you use Steam or do you use another installer? Because I've only actually got it through Steam. Did you look to see if you had that little bit to choose your launch site as well? Okay. I've never actually used the KSP launcher, so I don't know what it's like. Right, while we're doing that, I shall be back very shortly. Bear with. Yeah, first thing I would say check Nebel Noob is make sure you have that little bit under the launch button to check to pick your launch site. If not, I would suggest that making history is either not installed or not installed properly. Oh yeah, and also in answer to Peter Vilkas, if you didn't see that, it was about 9,200 meters per second of delta V to get myself to do that main mission that I did the other day. So yeah, I think aside from video quality improvements, the next thing I'm thinking about doing would be creating a forum to build a community of people that obviously... Did I do it right? That's amazing! Hey! Yeah, do you know what? I really hate trying to pronounce other languages. That might have something to do with the fact that I work or have worked with quite a few Eastern European people in the past. I have some Polish and Polish friends. I think one of my old so a couple of my old work friends are also from Lithuania. So that might have something to do with it. Obviously, you know, I do feel a bit uneasy, shall we say, when trying to pronounce people's names, especially if they are either foreign or unusual. So, control this from here. We don't need this anymore. We need this one. Oh, no, wrong one. So this one is going to go here. And welcome for you as well. So obviously, whereabouts in Germany are you, Nebel Noob? I've actually spent all of about 2 hours in Germany once before when driving back home from Italy. Took a wrong turn at Basel in Switzerland and ended up in Germany instead of France. Ah, so very east No, West Germany. Cool. So you've got places like Dusseldorf and Köln there. That's cool. So I'm actually in a city called Norwich, which, if you look on a map, it doesn't look like it's all that far away. But obviously you've got the Netherlands in front, in between us, and the North Sea as well. Right, so this is the making of my space station. Now, this is the main part done. We've got a docking port here and a docking port here. Trusses are going to come off here. We can have another docking port potentially there and another one there maybe. Although I'm not too keen on one there, so I think I might have another one here. No, sorry. What am I even talking about? Yeah, so another one here. Yeah, so I've got a plan. I am a man with a plan. So T. Oh yeah. Right, so. Cool. So. Keeping the area clean as such. So what we need now is a new one, and we're going to use another one of these. We like these. So we need the usual garb. So command and control, we want some of that. And we want 4 of those. On there. Electrical, we're going to go with that. Oh, the N1. What was it, 33 engines? 33 NK33 engines, I believe that had on the start. Might have been less, might have been more, but I know the NK33 was designed for that. Which they now use on the kind of mini Soyuz, is it they call it? I can't remember now. Or is it the Antara? They might use the NK33 now on the Angara rocket, actually. Right, so this is going to be my truss assembly. Then we need electrical. So we could go with this one. Let's just try out some of these, shall we? Extend this one. That's too small. Got this one. That's going to be too small as well. Could do these ones. Yeah, but yeah. So I know it was about that many. That was the NK33 rocket engines, though, that they used on that. More specifically, And I believe they used it on, oh, look at that, BFR. Solar sail. What's this one? So I'm just seeing what... God, what is... There we go. We'll just put that for now. That's quite cool. Right, I think... Is it that one? No, that's small. Let's go with this one, I think. Oh, that's not even that big. What's going on here? BFR is a space shuttle on crack. Well, I do believe Elon Musk has got form for that sort of thing, not crack specifically, but there was a video of him smoking something. So I'm just literally trying to work out what the best ones for us are. I don't want that one. So let's see that compared to that. So these are what I would have been using. So there's that, yeah. Then where was that trio? We don't want any of those ones. Is it the trio? It's really weird. I think it's going to be that one. Whoa, just clicked off again. And then, because we can't seem to get it the way we want, we'll just rotate it by 90 degrees. What do we reckon? Oh, that now looked cool, didn't you? Cool. No, appreciate the subscription. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us. The stream will be ending in about 40 minutes anyway, so. But yeah. So you have to do each part individually, I think. So what I end up doing is auto strut, auto strut, auto strut, like that. So I think that's going to be our truss mount, you know. That's going to be our solar panels. The other thing I'm going to do not going to do that. These are going to be just purely electrical. There will be elsewhere. So that's that. Now we need to get it in the air and also cover it up a bit. So coupling. Guy can't park to save his life. So let's get this done, shall we? Put BFR engine on it. Or a BFR booster. Wow. 28,656 thrust. Wow. Really? That's cool. I like that. Right. We're getting there now. So I'm pretty sure you can go into Twitter. Are you using online or through mobile? No, I don't want Gmail. So you can obviously go to my page and then you can click on one of the posts, say for today's stream for instance. And then when you click on tweet, on the bottom left there will be a picture. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, so go to one of my tweets, for instance for today's stream. Also you can tweet onto your own page and then just tag me in it, but the best way to do that would be go to my tweet, onto my page, obviously on my Twitter, go to my tweet and then reply to that tweet with the picture. Right, let's carry on anyway. I want fuel tanks. Right, where are we? I don't think I need that much thrust. Is that enough? No. Will that be enough? So it'll give me a decent delta V. So we want that one and that one. Or we could just go. I think it's this one, isn't it? like that. Now we need a bit of a boost. So yeah, I'll keep my Twitter open, just obviously keep an eye. I want that one, which is a smaller one. There we go. I'm going back to the normal launch pad for now. Ugh. Cool. Here we go. Let's give it a go, shall we? So yeah, I think I might try and see about setting up a forum anyway, and hopefully we can start sharing stuff via that. Obviously that all depends on the costs and if there's any cost involved or anything like that. Cool, I shall see. They don't come up straight away. Oh, I've got a notification. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Something crashed. I heard it. It is very Saturn-like, I've got to say. Can you change those to the brown and that? Because I believe the N1 was a bit more brown, wasn't it? So yeah, the bottom 2/3 were brown. Maybe that might make it look a little bit less Saturn 8. Just like the original, so you've copied it well. That really didn't go well, the N1, I've got to say. Oh really? Okay. I wasn't certain, so... Were they the 5-metre tanks? Ah. No, I don't want to auto deploy. Oh, I've mucked up. Right, need to revert flight. So I hope you're still getting the stream. I think you are. My internet isn't the best at times. Even though it's fast, it's just not very stable. Cool. So I'm actually gonna do this. So I'm just gonna have a quick look at something. Atlas. Is it the Atlas? No, Delta 4. I want to see what height they have the boosters. Cool, yeah. A little bit lower than that. Something like that. Let's launch. I find it very funny that your N1 did not fly. Not because I don't want you to succeed, but because that's very much in keeping with the whole N1 thing, isn't it? Oh, that was lucky. Or not. So I'm just making a couple of quick improvements, okay? Just to try and get this stable once it's staged. Okay. let's try that, shall we? Let me know how it goes. Ugh. Right, let's see how these go, shall we? Why? I think I know why. Need only 2 of those. Try that, shall we? So, I think we're going to call it, once this one's finished. We are getting quite close to 5 o'clock now, which is when I earmark for this stream to end anyway, or about then. So, obviously what we don't finish today, we'll do another time, maybe tomorrow, not tomorrow, maybe next Sunday. And, yeah. Oh, right, I don't get this. Somehow managed to. I don't get it. Right. I'm going to try it myself, okay? I'm not going to use MacJeb. I actually don't get what's going on here. Yeah, the one, yes, I know exactly what launch you're on about. So, problem is that's not what's happening here, because what they actually did there is they put the, what do they call them, the reaction wheels upside down. Oh, I managed to get one the long way up, didn't they? Yeah. I know of that. But if you look at the gimbal on here, which is this bit here, it's pointing in the right direction. So I really don't get what the issue is. Ooh. So what I'm now going to do is just let it sit here. See, we're already getting further. I really don't get it. So you got my sort of American style rocket doing the Russian proton flip, and then yours is doing, your Russian rocket is doing the American Gemini 8 spin. I think that's kind of what the the Soviets said as well, wasn't it? They don't like it anymore because it won't fly. So there we go. Just going to use Maneuver Planner now to circularize. So yeah, I tried my best to keep rockets simple, and if there was anything that the N1 wasn't, it was not simple. Even the R7, with its really great use of physics to deploy the side boosters, was really simple, but the N1, so many engines that it kind of got overcomplicated for its level of technology. Cool. I might have a go one night at making a 30 engine rocket. But I reckon it'd end up looking more like a Falcon Heavy. I've had an idea. Yes. So I might actually try to do a, what would it be? So 5 in the middle and 4 lots of 5. Or do 6 lots of 4. 6 lots of 5. Or 6 lots of 4. 3 times 4 is 12. That would be 12 times 2 be 24, and that was 60 mil, 30 engines, maybe 31 engines then. We can do something around that one day. I want to get this these space stations and that out of the way first. Right. Start making this look like a space station, eh? So if I get a bit of time spare later, I might try and do a 30 odd engine rocket. Maybe do 6 or 7 in the middle. 6 engines in the middle and then 4 lots of 6 around the outside. That would give us 30, wouldn't it? Yeah. And then bring them in and make it into one. It'll probably end up looking more like a proton on steroids, but there we go. Your K2. What was the K2? I'm not sure what the K2 is actually. Oh. So what's your K2 then? Please tell me I put... Oh. Ah, right, okay, I get it. So, I've mucked up again. The same way I always do. Right, I am going to make this the last launch today. We are very fast approaching 5 PM. I thought I'd put some There we go, there's Mech Jeb. I think there's a problem with Mech Jeb right now, you know. Might be had enough of a day. I'm going to do this manually. Did that one go well as well? So, what happened with that one? Sorry, next door keep banging on that because they've got building work going on. Oh. Too much power to begin with, maybe? So one thing I always do is I always make sure that my TWR is about 1.3 at liftoff. That might help. Could also be worth throttling down. Now I'm just going to tip this right over. Oh, you're in career mode? From now on, it shall be known as Bangkok mode. Right, okay. Need maneuver planner. Circularize, create and execute. Do you imagine what Bangkok mode would be like? It'd be like, yes, you can build rockets, but you have no money, so you must go down the beach and find parts off the beach and use those. Then you can make rockets out of those. Go down your local scrapyard. Ah yes, we've got some rocket engines right here. You can have them for free. Yeah, literally, bottle rockets. Use your plastic Coke bottles and what have you off the beach, and an old bike pump to pump air into it. See how high you can get, and a little bit of water as well. Yes. Must be the 32 or 3310. Strap it to the side of an upturned fire extinguisher. With a bit of cardboard cut into a cone for the top. And some fins duct taped to the side. From what I understand, to build a hybrid rocket actually isn't all that hard. You can actually use PVC tube and some sort of ignitable gas or or an oxygen can, I think. And as long as you can get it to burn in the first place, you can actually create a model rocket out of that, like a sounding rocket type thing. All you need is some PVC plumbing pipe and some oxygen. Oh, what was it now? Alright, I need to find this YouTube. Right. Have a look at that video. It's they build a, well, it's not a model rocket, let's put it that way, but it's a rocket, and it's quite simple, as I would say anyway. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. It'll soon be time to do some dinner. So tired. I'm not tired at all. What am I on about? Oh my god, this is taking so long. Cool. Was it in the with the K2? Nova key. Another one. I just realised how much I sit unevenly on my chair. My arm of my chair is lower on one side than it is the other, but quite a bit. Like, I can fit my hand sideways under my desk. I can only fit my hand flat under the other side. I think I need another new chair. I've only had this like not even a year, about a year maybe. It's not good. Maybe it's time to upgrade that as well. I saw some nice Corsair chairs in my local IT electrical shop, shall we say. It's called Curry's. They do all sorts of electricals basically. Right, well, we're close, yeah. Right. Right, let's push that out of the way. And the great thing about this light skybox is that you can almost see everything because of how light it is. What's your problem? at first glance? I think my sign just went. There we go. Don't like it when my audio drivers do that. Right, let's see what this looks like now, shall we? How's that? That's starting to look like something, isn't it? Oh dear. Land without any legs. That's fine, it'll bounce on the engine. Maybe not. Might do. But oh, I know what I need. I know what I need. I can put that in the next one. How's that? So, I think we're going to call it there. We are well over the 3-hour mark now. There we go. This is what our station is going to look like. We'll have another one of these with a satellite dish this time on this side, and then we're going to do some more stuff with these. So yeah, we've got that all to look forward to. So I think that'll do for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, dislike and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Twitter page at PHGaming6. Thank you very much and good night.